Hello, everyone. Welcome to Light Language Messenger. I am your host, Rose McNair, and thank you for joining me. To everybody that is watching on Great Awakening Generator, thank you for joining us. Thank you so much that you're watching, and I love it because I see that people are really enjoying the messages on Great Awakening Generator as well. Okay. Now, firstly, please accept my apologies. I am really sorry that we have not had a light language messenger for 4 days now. The reason is I got to Friday, and Friday was going to be the next day after the last light language message. And what happened was the day was so busy because on a Friday I do radio in the afternoons, and I kept thinking I need to do my light language message, and it so happened that just things got away. And I thought I'd do radio. And by the way, if you want to catch the radio show, it's on a radio station called East FM, which you can find online at eastfm.nz. Yeah, it's just eastfm.nz. And I do a show called The Friday Fry Up every Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. I love that show. It's the start of this life. It seeded the life for the Great Awakening Generator and now Light Language Messenger. Okay. So we have people coming on there and doing various things. They talk about things, community. They do light language. We've got some stuff coming up for the next, I guess, 4 months because, well, 3 to 4 months. I was just guided not to have any more guests from the end of July that were doing any energy work per se. Okay, now if we feel somebody comes along and says, hey, you know what, can you would you consider having me on the show? I will definitely do that. I will check in with the guides. But at the moment, I'm working on a project with Tammy McCann where it's in progress, as in we're talking about it and how it's going to pan out. And I'm talking to somebody else about a program as well, very related to family stuff, right? Things like family dynamics, social stuff involved in helping people who cannot afford, for example, legal aid, just giving general information about stuff that they need to know if they're in abusive situations, etc. So I didn't really mean to go on about the Friday Fry Up, but I think I needed to say this to you, right? So it's New Zealand time, 3 to 6 p.m. Work out what that works out for you, what time it is for some people. It's the wee hours of the morning, and you won't be able to do it because you're not going to wake up at 3 a.m. just to listen to me on the radio, right? But I just thought I'd let you know that seeded all of this. That show seeded all of this online on YouTube, right? And the other social platforms. Right. So what I want to talk about today is going back to why I haven't done this. So Friday was a little bit hectic. I thought I'd do it after the radio show, and after the radio show, the energy of the radio show is quite intense. And so on that radio show, we call animals back to family. We call people back. We ask for things, and things happen on the radio frequencies. Now, you may not believe that. You may think, Rose, you're crazy. What do you mean? Well, I tell you, it's true. Try listening one of the days, because last week I was saying thank you to all the radio frequency guardians and people of the galaxy that helped to return a cat back to its family. It had gone missing 3 months ago, and we called it back through the airwaves, and my gosh, it's been reunited with its family. It's happened now to 2 cats in the last, say, 2 months. We called them back, they came back. Yeah. I also put out an APB, as I call it. No, I shouldn't say APB. That's a serious word. I put it out to somebody with the initials THS, right? And I don't know if it had anything to do with Venus retrograde last week, but hey, I got that phone call. So I rest my case. I've also, asked for people. I put it out there that I was looking for a house, an interim short-term accommodation in 2021. And the very afternoon I went home and I got it. Somebody contacted me to say there was an ad put somewhere for someone offering short-term accommodation in my area that I wanted. And there you go. That's the short story of that long story. Okay. So coming back to the language, and then I have to say, for the rest of the days leading up to today, I have not had the energy to come and sit in front of my computer and do this recording. Now, friends, I don't know what that is that I'm going through, and I've said this before, and so therefore I'm explaining this, and I'm sorry that it's long-winded, but I just had so much pain all over the body, in the joints, that lead into the little thing, if it's that joint, then it's hurting here or it's hurting in that space there. Lots of pain. Now, people say it's ascension symptoms. People say so there's that. I've been hearing it's a metaphysical meaning when you have that much pain that you can't move your body, for example, because a lot of the pain is in the legs and the feet. It means that you are perhaps living the life that isn't the dream, right? So you are living a life that doesn't serve you to the best of how you would envision it. You're not living a dream. It means that you're living the life that isn't the dream. Yeah, exactly. Or we're on a pathway that we can't see our way forward, or it hurts to move forward. It's hurting to live. It's been quite intense, and it's been quite, debilitating. So this is why you find that I have not been online. The interview that I did with Tammy McCann, I'd done it last Thursday. So I posted it on Saturday, but I'd done it on Thursday. And so it just there was a lot of energy with the new moon. I said new moon again. Can you tell? What was that moon? Why did we call it a new moon? Did we get a new moon or something? Did suddenly the higher realms decide we should have a new moon and it comes up as a full moon? I don't know, but okay, never mind. So today here I am. This is the reason. And I thank you for your understanding in advance. If you didn't understand, and if you're wondering what happened, this is what happened. And this has happened before, and I've told you about it. And if it happens again, I know you will understand it. I am trusting that you will understand it. I am looking for your understanding in this. So let's go to the light language. I promised that we would do a Pleiadian card. I am going to do the Pleiadian card, although this is the one Pleiadian card we will do for now, because I really got through my guidance that we needed to focus on the dragons. Okay, but I want to say this because on Friday, this was the card I got when I pulled out the card, because I talked about the Pleiadians, and I took with me to the radio station the book on the dragons by Diana Cooper. I took with me my oracle card deck that I'd got in the mail of the Pleiadian wisdom oracle cards by Orleane and Cullen Baird Smith. And I've got to say, looking at the card deck, I showed it the other day, and I'm going to show you a picture of it now. It's an interesting deck. It's quite mysterious, dare I say it. And they bring the wisdom from the stars, from Larkma. I think they're channeling a group called Larkma. Now, I'm going to exit full screen and bring up the card that I want to show, the book, the picture of the box. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen first. Let's go share screen. Okay. This is what we're sharing. This is the Oracle deck. It's the original Pleiadian Wisdom Oracle cards. And they say on there, we bring wisdom from the stars, Larkma. And there you go. They're the authors or the creators of this Oracle deck. And the artwork is done by Daniel B. Holman. Now, we mention these people because we're giving them credit. It is their work. It is not mine. And we thank the universe. We thank God, whatever you call it, God, the universe, source energy. We thank the Pleiadians. We thank these people that they had the openness and the wonderment to actually explore beyond themselves and bring messages from our ancestors that are the Pleiadians Many of us have got Pleiadian heritage. Many of us have been in the Pleiades, even though our souls didn't incarnate there. We've had life there. So the Pleiadians have been holding the light and holding the energy and trying to grab our attention for a long time. They have been making the attempts. They are the forerunners, the way showers of the galaxy. They go and they do these things and they just bring to us the messages. And, you know, originally, Billy Meyer, a German, I think Billy Meyer was, I'm not sure if he was a scientist or anything like that, because I remember Billy Meyer all those times ago. And he had been channeling, he had confessed to having connections with the Pleiadians. And I think he did this in the 60s or something, right? 50s, 60s. He wrote books. He confessed to having gone onto the ships. He also worked with Simjazi. Simjazi is a female energy of the Pleiadians. And he was shot down. When I say shot down, I don't mean physically, but he was shut down, not shot down, shut down. And you know, people were calling him mad and lost the plot and everything, but he did a lot of work. He was one of the first way showers of the Pleiadians here on planet Earth. In that time and space, he was one of the first people that outwardly had the courage to stand up and say it. And so, you know, I think I read somewhere that even for a time that Simjazi had lived with him. And so, you know, he had channeled two of them, Simjazi, and I don't know if it's Ptah, but I can't remember. It's so many years ago, probably 10 years ago that I was reading about this. But hey, correct me if you know the story of Billy Meyer. And here we go. We've got these people that are open. They are open. They channel the Pleiades. And let me see. I didn't look when this was published. This was printed in 2022, and yeah, the artwork was done in 2021. So Billy Meyer wrote the books. He made the confessions. He was deemed to be mental, and he was not, as we know. All right, and very, very grateful, appreciating of the forerunners, the way showers. They stood before us, and they took the thrashings and the lashings of telling the truth of our heritage and of who's out there, and that we are actually not alone here. We on this planet, in this galaxy, Earth is not the only planet with life forms. Earth is the only planet with life forms, perhaps, that we recognize as, you know, the life forms that are us. But because of the fact that we are evolving, we cannot see some of the life forms. We cannot see our starseed family, and we are evolving now to see. And so, you know, you think about the impact of Billy Meyer. Nevertheless, friends, I want to tell you about this oracle deck. It's quite interesting because it's got, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 categories. The categories are nature, relationship, healing, purpose, evolution, and manifestation. And within each category, there are 13 cards. All right. So I'm learning more, and perhaps other decks have got this, you know, like Izzy Ivy's deck, Beyond Lemuria. It's got a whole 10 chakra cards within the deck. All right. And there's instructions on how we use it, how we use the deck and all of that. And I've read some of it. I haven't read all of it. So I think I'm going to just go to the card today for us. I got this on Friday, and I'm sharing it because I thought I wasn't going to. I thought I was going to go back into the dragons. We will go back into the dragons for the next one. But I felt it was telling me this because I was asking questions of this. So I'm going to share the other card. And so I hope you can see that. I'll just go back and stop share just to make sure that you are seeing what you need to see. Okay. So let's put ourselves on musicians mode there. And we are going to share the screen, and I'll bring the card in. So this card was Friday's card. It is called, let's try to make it bigger, increase the size of the screen as well. Okay, this is Friday's card. Now, I hope, friends, that you can see this. The card is a number 13 card, and it's coming from the category of evolution, and it is called multidimensionality. And it's quite a beautiful card because you can see that there's the colors of the rainbow. It looks like a spiral seashell. I can't remember. A spiral view of a seashell, or snail shell, a snail seashell. And I'm sorry, I don't know what it is, but let's call it the magic conch, like SpongeBob SquarePants. Okay, I'm sorry, it just came to mind. What does he call it? The magic conch. Yeah, the magic conch. Yeah, that's the one. I think I watched SpongeBob, like, I don't know what, 10 years ago or something, or more than that. Right, because then 10 years ago, or maybe longer than that, my teenager was watching it, because she was a teenager when SpongeBob was a thing. Okay, here we are. It's got the beautiful colors, and it's got this light, this white light flashing through it. And oh my gosh, the colors are moving again. I don't know if you can see it, but it's going like light and dark, light and dark. Oh, ha hi ha ho halemasa takata topo sa ikoch alekefo. And of course, the colors are evolving. Even the background colors are evolving. I can see more pinky orange here, like a peach. The peach is starting to emanate and be stronger. Friends, this card says you are changing and evolving as you move into becoming more multidimensional. That was my message on Friday. It was a message for myself because I was asking the question about being in so much pain and why it hurts just to move. And I got this. I'm not saying that is the thing. There are many, in terms of the pain, there are many aspects to it. I've been hearing the metaphysical one, like I said. I've been hearing the ascension one. I've been hearing things like black magic. I've been hearing like dark forces trying to dim out the light, or dumb out the light and dim out the light. Yeah. But I want to say we are fine. This morning I did some work with the archangels. We put on the cloak of Metatron, Archangel Metatron's gold orange cloak. Remember, we have dragons. They are also back on Earth. They are awakening because we are ready for them, and they are protecting us too. So the orange gold dragon, it is definitely doing its thing. So you are changing and evolving as you move into becoming more multidimensional. Let's read what this is. And it's interesting. It's the evolution card. So friends, I'm just going to check that we are definitely on, let's do this, stop share for a minute. We've got our musicians mode on. Okay, so that's wonderful. We're going to share again. Lakasafaito rakatamaikaramaykato. Oh, ahiaho. Oh, ailamahilo lakinabaikatoto lamahei. Kilama kitua le jua ino fahira hea hua 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 hua. O ahai o ahia hua 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 hea hua hua he. O la vika lava no kune me ke chala de do la hai ta parai. O la ia i o ra hi makufata. Let me see que loco to my high. Hi, la mama mai. Ale mo hahe kafa. Ale kafa he la kafa da mahe no mahe oa. The third dimension is a very limited and structured experience. where only 2 of your strands of DNA are recognized. In multidimensionality, you experience 12 strands of DNA, each of which is connected to another you in a parallel life experience. Thank you, friends. You see, I cannot make this up. I'll tell you why. I was listening to something with Diana Cooper earlier, and she talked about the 12 DNA strands. Remember, friends, if you're frustrated that you don't know everything, and if you're thinking, why is this happening? Why the heck is this going on? Here in the third dimension, you are trained to think in terms of progressing linearly. So most people speak about achieving fifth dimensional awareness next, after leaving the third dimension. But multidimensionality is not linear. It spirals. You are not moving from the third into the fourth. I beg your pardon. You are not moving from the third into the fifth dimension. You are moving into multidimensionality with all dimensions, where all dimensions exist simultaneously. Kalama, 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 tiko. We're starting to realize that, friends, aren't we? That we're living parallel lifetimes. We are in many dimensions at the same time. It's not linear. It's not like we were third. We have to go through that process, and that passageway is the fourth. People were saying that because that's what they understood 3 years ago. But so far, since 3 years ago, we're coming to this time where we're realizing actually it's all happening at the same time. That idea that we are multidimensional, the idea that we are in different spaces, that idea that when we go into sleep state, we are working and going into different realms, that idea that past lives as perhaps a parallel life, or that there is past life and parallel life. So come into that space. Explore your multidimensionality. As reality shifts and changes, you lose all perspective of hierarchy. Everyone and everything become more equal and unified as the veil of illusion that overlays the third dimension is dissolved through your higher awareness. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it amazing? Isn't it wonderful, that balance? Isn't it amazing that these words bring in the knowledge and understanding of the age of Aquarius, where everything is balanced, where hierarchy is no longer a thing, where we are all equal. And where that divine feminine energy is coming up, more of us, whether we identify as female or male. But more of us are coming into being in tune with that divine feminine within ourselves. It's wonderful to hear a man refer to his son as his sweetheart, because sweetheart is not just reserved for girls. It's not reserved for any gender. It is a thing we use for all of us. You are my sweetheart, my son. You are my sweetheart, my daughter. You are now beginning to think, see, feel, and act from multidimensional perspectives, which means you can access the varying aspects of any dimension whenever there is an interest or a need. Each dimension has special qualities. As you consciously raise your frequency, aligning your energies and the energetics of other dimensions. You match your vibration with the vibration of the dimension in which you wish to enter. This is one of the benefits of becoming multidimensional. Oh, haleka, oh. Friends, I feel the need to just be quiet and breathe. So join me as we just take a moment to be silent and just breathe. Sakafahino kotama. Come back to us. Come back to this moment. In this book, they have something called advanced use. And advanced use is a bit of a a bit of a commentary they give to you. The advanced use, let's explain that. The advanced use or additional meanings. On the face of each card, you will find a number above the quote, which is the 13. As well as in the text of the guidebook, these numbers represent the 13 universal energies. If you choose, you can consider the meaning of the universal energy for deeper guidance in answering your question. Below are the energies that each of the 13 universal numbers hold. You may find relevance to the answer in the energies of the universal numbers. So let me invite you to breathe, 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 breathe. Ulia lama hoka lama hai luk fai natsakela irkora samakete. Now that you've had a moment to breathe, ask your question, friends. Take a moment, and that very thing that's within you, that is paramount in your life. If you, like me, are enduring pain, having to go through so much pain and nothing seems to give you relief, you could go to mainstream medicine and get something like a cortisone injection. You could get something that dims out this. You could do all of that. But then you could also stay. You could do that, but you could work out whether that is really what you need. Or you could do something like, perhaps I need to do some yoga. Olahi tamakarai no hoko tahefarakai talakashia. O lahiko mateta kufra a. O frailamahi tokarahe. You could do this, friends. You could sit in your quiet space and you could become more in tune with your guidance system, with your friends, with your people that look after you, with your squad, with your team and spirit. Go into your quiet space. Do it even just for 10 minutes every morning. Oh, my friends, ikale kitoa hirale raka. Ido, iko mala ilama uko nakata katairamahu kate tafara kaita fara kaita faira kaita faira kaita kaira moho ho. Iko tamahe. go into your quiet space, do your energy healing, do your light language, do your mindfulness practice. Ikata parana kutai takorata mahakai tokoram mahe gulamahi koto. And ask them to bring healing. Healing, 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 healing. Oh, la hilele kelele. Bring healing to your body if it's healing that you need. Bring clarity to confusion if that's what you're going through. Bring answers and peace. Bring peace to frustration. Oh, so let's go into our meaning of this card. Its advanced meaning. So, if it's the number 13 as we got, the card is the let me read from Multidimensionality then and see if it's the same thing. Universal energy 13 is integration. You achieve multidimensionality when you integrate all of your dimensional experiences from your parallel lives. You are all of these experiences. You are eternal. O kala kafala keta ikala katamo la kate nako ahe nako la hevai taho sikaramo kutafarana kate to porana kate kamarama kato. Friends, embrace your multidimensionality. I'm going to stop the share for the moment. I've just turned musician's mode off so we don't get disturbed if the dog barks or anything like that. So I say this as much to myself as I say it to you. Put a practice into place where every day you can communicate with your guides. I feel so tearful right now. I feel like this energy that we've just experienced is so powerful. The Pleiadians have come into they've always been in my space. They've always had to be in my space. My Pleiadian parents, because I incarnated there first. My Pleiadian parents are always looking after me. So but this collective that has come, can you feel the energy? I didn't realize we were going to take that long with the message. I didn't realize that those words were going to come out. I still don't know what that language is. So if any of you discern it, it would be great if you could share that. I like to know it makes a difference. I like to know that some of the things, like I did some healing light language with somebody. We just did a healing earlier this year. And the person asked me what it was. And I said, actually, I don't know. But as I said goodbye to them and I left my chair and I walked away from the room, I heard Arcturian. And so the next day I texted her and I said, this is what I heard. And she said it was, because she heard Arcturian while she was in it. She was an Arcturian. She has been in Arcturus. It's great to know, because I guess for once it's almost like an affirmation that we're on the track. Okay. But I guess what we have to learn, it's just coming to me now, that we must be confident with our language. We must be confident that what we're putting out there, it exists in some way, because it is the language of the soul. And what comes out is this. Why do we speak it? Because the soul carries the memory of the languages of the past lives, of the parallel lives, of the star seed life. My language, I will have to say I have languages. That is just to explain if it sounds different from time to time, it's because I am multilingual in the light language area. I can have multilingualism in one session where I can speak so many different languages. It comes out. That's the way I channel the language. So I am still coming into my awareness of it. So I ask my guides, what does all that mean? And I know that in time it will become clearer. Friends, thank you. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for your support. And thank you so much for the good, beautiful messages I get from all of you, from the comments you make. We're holding light and space on the planet. Okay, this is something I do because I was guided to do. I feel like there's so much of big energy around us, and there's so many reasons why we're going through the physical, while we're going through physical pain, emotional stuff. We're doing so much clearing. We're settling so much karma because a lot of us don't want to do this again. A lot of us are saying we are finishing it here. This is the time. So I guess be careful what you wish for, because that will be the case. You'll get a lot of it because you are asking to clear, and you can think about how much we want to clear. Take care of you and be safe, be happy, make the most of it. The days that are good days, just keep bringing in good days so that there are more good days than there are those other ones. I believe we'll be okay. I believe the time is close for us to start to see and awaken to who we are. And also, we're coming to that realization. Individually, we're coming to that realization. Thank you so much. And if you want to, please comment on my galactic blue color. I thought it was apt for the Pleiades. Friends, thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, night, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Namaste to you.